Welcome, everyone. Thanks for jumping on tonight and taking some time out of your precious evening to come and chat about stress less and sleep more. But what a good subject. I feel like we all have stress in our lives at times and we all need more sleep at certain points of our life, whether it be the stress or kids or just life in general. Um, Tonight we've got so Mark Hawthorne is actually Tracy, just in case you're wondering who that lady is. So Tracy and I are going to present to you tonight, and Kadiana's going to help in the chat if any questions and things like that. So if you have any questions, feel free just to ask as we go along, or if you don't want to do that, you can put it in the chat. So yeah, Tracy and I will go do this together.
Yep.
So we're just going to talk a little bit about doTERRA. Some of you guys know or have experienced oils, but we just thought we'd just start with why doTERRA. Like doTERRA, there's so many essential oils out there, and what sets it apart from other companies. So doTERRA's essential oils are safe, they're 100% natural, there's absolutely no side effects, and they are pure and potent. So we actually test our oils to make sure there's no pesticides, fillers, or synthetics. If there's anything nasty, they actually ditch the whole batch. So on the bottom of the bottle, there's actually a number you can look up on Source to You, and it will show you all the testing that's gone through. So what you see is what you get. And a lot of people say, oh my gosh, your oils are so strong. It's because they're a concentrate. We haven't diluted them. We dilute them ourselves, which we can talk to you about how to do that. They're ethically sourced, so we co-impact source our oils from all around the world where the oils thrive. So where they naturally habitat, so where the best soil, the best climate for that plant to thrive, that's where we get our oils from. So there's actually quite a few of the there's, how many is it, Tracy? It's
over 300.
no, what's the third world country? It's 20.
45.
Yeah, there's 45 third world countries that we source from. So not only are we getting the best oils, we're giving back to those communities, which is really amazing. So we partner with Healing Hands, which is another organisation where we give back to. There's different, like in New Zealand here, we partner with Women's Refuge. So some of the products that we sell go straight to them. The Hope oil and the Rose hand lotion. They're effective. The oils penetrate into your cell membrane within 22 seconds. So you'll feel effect pretty fast. And they're affordable. A lot of people will say, but why is it that much for that little bottle? But you only need one drop will service your whole body. And you get 250 drops per bottle. So it's quite a lot of servicing you get. Especially if you're using it on babies, one drop for a 10 ml roller of coconut oil is all you need. So that's 250 rollables you get out of that for a baby. That's pretty insane.
Wow.
Because we dilute it quite heavily for babies. So yeah, a little goes a long way.
Yeah.
And what's best is that less visits to the GP, and we can empower you in your own home. And you can be the healer in your own home, which is really cool. I talked a little bit about the growers. So co-impact sourcing, we source it oils from around the world. I've jumped the slides, haven't I? Always do this. So pretty much we don't buy farms, we build with the farm, we build farmers. So we actually support local communities and help make sure they've got the right tools. So like frankincense, for example, is from Somalia. So it's a third world country, like I said earlier. And yeah, we just make sure they've got everything to be able to extract the oil, and we get it in these bottles of gold, which is awesome.
Nice.
So creating routine for better rest. I'm going to hand this over to Tracy now. She's going to share a bit with it.
Yeah, and like Katrina, probably having children in the home, or some of you with little ones, you'll notice, particularly if they're babies, they just sleep when they're tired. So wherever they are, doesn't matter whether it's in a car seat, a pram, in your arms, in a backpack, etc., they can fall asleep wherever they're meant to be. So they know that their body, when it's tired, needs to rest. However, as adults, what we tend to do is push through. We say we're tired, but still keep pushing through. And the thing is how you live your day actually determines how well you actually sleep.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Oh, next slide. Forgot that was mine.
You've got the buttons to push.
I do. Not someone doing it for me. No.
Yeah. So sleep impacts, and I don't know if I'm actually very much into noticing my body. Having primary progressive MS, I notice a lot now. I listen to it and the signs and what's going on. But sleep impacts actually making new memories, any cognitive function, reproductive system, particularly can age men by a decade. We're finding that a lot of our men now are losing their testosterone is dropping and their estrogen. So they're actually getting man boobs and tummies and things like that. So I can find that they're actually, their testosterone has dropped and their estrogen has actually risen. Mental and physiological performance as well. Your cognitive function and that too, and appetite. So, if you're tired, sometimes you actually, the last thing you feel like is cooking and eating, which affects your metabolism because, our bodies are amazing machines, they're not mechanisms. So we actually need to nourish them, like putting fuel in your car, and oil and water and things like that to make it run better. So most sleep issues are stress induced. And as I said, your depends how you sleep actually starts during your day. So if you've actually got a really, really busy day, it's going to affect your sleep when you get into bed. I don't know if you're like me, but you actually have that mind that goes over the day. And,
Yes.
and then you worry about the day that's coming tomorrow. So you haven't coped with today. How am I going to cope with tomorrow? I know when I was working full time, it was like, for example, if the day was too overloaded, I used to think, how on earth am I going to get through that? But you do, but 70% of problems sleeping are related to psychological and physiological issues, 15% are environmental, and 15% medical. I know when our son was between 18 to 21, we went through a really tough time with him. And a lot of these teenagers today aren't sleeping. They're taking their phones into their bedrooms. They're watching things on their phones, on their laptops, and things like that. And then up late at night, turning them off and expecting the body to actually turn off and go to sleep. It's like if you work shift work. When you come home, you need to unwind before you actually go to bed. But if you come home and your unwinding is going on screens and devices and things like that, you're actually not giving that brain time to rest. Increased cortisol. So a lot of people are living with high cortisol, which means melatonin levels will not rise as they should, and to promote restful sleep. So what we know that sleep is the important function for the immune system. Over 70 to 80% I've been learning of our immune systems actually in our gut as well. So our immune system actually is 70% reduction in our natural killer cells. Coming down the bottom underneath that, sleep impacts apoptosis, which is cell renewal, helping them to adhere to their life cycle. And then up on the top right, sleep is key for cardiovascular health. Your circadian rhythms need a reboot at night. And research shows that those who sleep for 6 hours or more at night have healthier hearts than those who sleep less.
Mm. So this is me. So REM is our dream time sleep. So you've got your stage one, which is your light falling asleep, and quite often people spend a lot of time in this area. And then you've got our stage two, which is your heart rate slows down and your body temperature drops. And then into stage three, you've got your deep sleep muscles and tissue repair, and then your body is paralyzed and dreams begin. Some people don't actually get to this point here, and that's like and these last two, they're like your deep restorative. That's when you do all the healing in your body. So if we're not getting that, we don't feel well rested, then it's just a vicious cycle. So that's quite interesting, different realms there. So age and sleep needs. So newborns need 16 hours a day, and then 1-year-olds need 12 hours a day. School agers need 10 to 11 hours sleep. Adolescents 8 to 10 hours. So your brain starts stretching, reorganizing, and maturing, changing sleep patterns. and then adults need 7 to 8 hours. So, you know, what do you know how many hours you sleep a night? And would you know if you go into any, you're laughing quite hard. So
Maybe 6 or
Maybe
7 on a good night.
yeah. And some people have those watches that kind of tell you what you know what you're in. I don't have that on, but some people do, and you can see how deep you sleep and all the things like we just mentioned before. So yeah, that's quite
Katrina,
confronting when you
last
look at that.
night I got 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you'll be feeling it. Mind you, you
Yeah.
got 3 today though, so you made up for it.
no, this is Katrina said last night she got 4.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said that. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
wow.
she's just put it in the chat. Have you got a baby, Katrina? My hubby's away at the moment. Are your children little?
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, that's hard to function on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sleep is the golden chain that binds our bodies and our health together. So a study in Finland indicates that people who are sleeping less than 8 hours daily are 21 to 26% more likely to die from any cause than those who sleep more than 8 hours. So sorry, it sounds really depressing, but it's these are stats I'm just sharing. As a matter of fact, sleep deprivation in mice will kill them faster than starvation. Which is crazy. So you can see why sleep deprivation was like a way of torture back in the day. So sleeplessness can significantly impact our cardiovascular health. One study in Japan showed that those who slept fewer than 6 hours were 4 to 5 times more likely to experience cardiac arrest than those who got more sleep. So I got my tongue tested. So yeah, there's some stats there that's pretty scary. So sleep and emotions. So emotions have a lot to do with how we sleep and all the things. So emotional health is related to sleep in a way that if we've, makes us feel crabby if having enough sleep. We can be quite negative and probably real snappy at our partner or our kids, or, I'm guilty of that. If I had enough sleep, I'm not nice to be
Me
around.
too.
Yeah, so it's human nature, right? It's mum life. So prolonged sleepiness can lead to deeper emotional challenges. And one experiment, people with poor sleep repeatedly misread facial expressions. So identifying angry faces as fearful instead. So like, how when we're feeling, like I know this when I'm feeling like tired or whatever, you do misread people's facial expressions. You think, why is that person looking like that? But they're not probably even looking at you. You're just kind of a bit more on edge. Other studies have shown that people who need more sleep have an overactive, I can't pronounce this, amygdala, that's it.
Yeah.
That yank them back and forth between positive and negative emotions. In fact, people who report difficulty sleeping are 4 times more likely to develop major emotional challenges than those with healthy sleep patterns.
Yeah.
Sleeplessness worsens anxiety, anxiousness, feeling in those already dealing with such challenges. So if you're already emotionally unstable and then you're not having enough sleep, it's just going to throw you off the edge even more, which makes total sense.
The amygdala is like a little almond that's in the brain, and the thing is, we are dumber than mice, because the thing is, if a mouse is going and there's a mouse trap,
Yeah.
and it sees the mouse trap and it's had its nose nipped before, it actually keeps trying, but it goes another way. But as human beings, if we come across an obstacle or something, even though we know it didn't work last time, we keep going that same way. So we actually create a lot of stress by not learning and listening. So it's quite amazing, the brain.
Yeah, we are quite silly with those things. I do that a lot.
Yeah, no, I did that last time.
Learned last time.
Yeah.
So this is a graph, and we're going to get into some of the oils and protocols you can do soon, but there's a graph of better sleep improves quality of life. So here we have in the light sort of grey colour is before the sleep system, and then the blue is after the sleep system. So here, this is general health and well-being. So obviously it's at low at 60%. This is heightened with more sleep. Able to do strenuous activity before sleep, you can see it rises a lot there. Discomfort, That one
It
is,
drops. It drops with the
Yeah.
with the sleep system. So therefore, by using the sleep system, pain levels drop.
yeah. I actually, do
Mm.
you know when I first read that? I was like, that's the wrong way around, but no,
No.
it's discomfort. So, well enough for social activities. Obviously, it's higher. Their nervousness drops, which is great when you've got had more sleep. Happiness, look at that, skyrocketed. Peace and calm, again, it's almost like double. And then sadness, so that drops as well. So you can see how quality sleep really does implement the way we feel and how we can deal with things in life. It's quite cool. Any questions so far? Is everyone all right? You can ask in the chat or
All good, thank you.
all good.
That chart is amazing, actually, for the
Mm.
just visually showing
How much
how
improves.
How
quality
the
of
body's
sleep
impacted.
improves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Absolutely.
cool.
This is
So
huge.
tips for a good night's sleep. So eating whole foods, so limiting sugar. I just had a conversation with someone yesterday and we're just talking about sugar actually I know who I had the conversation with. It was the paramedics this morning. And sugar is the new cocaine. So, limiting sugar in our body, which is, it's almost like if you're driving the car and you're slamming the brake on, that's what it's doing to your body. So you think you need a hit, so you actually reach for generally dry foods, and dry foods like crackers and things like that have got, and breads. So we live very bread-based diets as well. Even if you go into a food cabinet in a cafe and that, a lot of them are bread-based. People are going for, scones and muffins and friands and all these things. So, and then you get that sugar fix and then it drops and you feel tired, so you think you need something else. So
Totally.
sleep hygiene is really important. So your mattress should be changed every 10 years, they say. The temperature of your room should be not too hot as well. So temperature of your room sort of around sort of 16, 17 degrees. And noise as well. So if we're going to bed with our phones and things like that and listening things or watching Netflix, we've constantly got that noise going in the ears, and we're wiring our brain. As the optometrist said to me the other day, any light in the eyes, so light going into the eyes, whether it's the sun or artificial light, that is actually like plugging a battery into the optic nerve, which lights up the neurons, which actually flares all your neuro pathways within the body.
Huh.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's interesting.
yeah, so napping is actually really important as well. I remember my mum and dad, after lunch every day, I'd go home for lunch from school, and mum and dad would have lunch, and then both one on one couch, one another, and have what they called 20 winks or 40 winks sleep to recharge their battery. And I have actually been spending a lot of time with my niece around here, who's an occupational therapist, and she works with concussion patients. And she was saying that to calm and block off the mind, like sleep does, so that's why sleep is so important. It blackens out the mind, so you're not getting the light in their eyes, so that brain can heal and the body can heal and rest and restore. She teaches them to you have to put your hands over your eyes, but you mustn't see any daylight whatsoever through that. Now, that's really hard to do with your hands. So I have actually just got myself through a website. So blue light blockers, a sleep mask, and it's got a place where you can actually put your eyes. So you can actually open your eyes still. And I put this on while I had a sleep today, and it's actually like going inside the womb, if you remember what that's like. But it's actually it's completely
No, I don't remember that.
no, you
I
don't.
don't.
Nor do I.
Sorry.
Nor do I. Yeah. So it completely blacks it out. You can see absolutely nothing, no light whatsoever coming through. And that's what we should be doing during the day, even for 5 minutes. Shut off the brain. Let it just for 5 minutes restore. And yeah, and at nighttime as well. I highly recommend these. That I've got it yesterday, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's really soft, beautiful material.
Cool.
So that's great. The other thing is with bedtime, create a bedtime routine rather than going to bed watching Netflix or listening to something or going on a Zoom. I don't know, some of you might be sitting in bed now. So it's from the same company, and Kim had one of these while we were over in Brisbane, which was absolutely awesome. And it's a wee light, and you just clip it onto your book, and it's got actually the different stages in lighting. Let me just put it on. So you've got sunrise, afternoon, and 3 different light. I don't know if you can see that there.
Yeah.
Orange one and night. So the red one. So the red one's what you read at night with, isn't it, Kim? I haven't tried it yet. So
Yeah, reads at night. Yeah.
mm,
And I use the sunrise in the morning. And not that I used to read in the morning. I've kind of fallen out of the habit, but I need to get back into it. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
cool.
I find the nights that I actually read a book and actually are not watching a YouTube or something like that, when I close that book, it just feels so much better on the body. Mm.
Yeah, because you're probably in that light as well. Your body's starting to wind down. Would that be right?
Yeah. And this company sells light bulbs as well and lamps for in your bedroom, so you can have sunrise, afternoon, and sunset. And also they sell the downlights, because you don't realize that these LED lights are actually flickering. So they're flickering so fast that the eye can't see it. And I was just told by someone today that even while they're off, they're emitting EMF as well.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. So go to bed and rise at the same time each day, even weekends. So creating habits, use your bedroom for sleeping only. Avoid caffeine 6 to 8 hours before bedtime. I can only manage 1 coffee a day now, and I need to have it in the morning. Avoid large or spicy meals, big meals, eating late as well. They say 10 minutes of movement after a meal. You're better to go for a gentle 10-minute walk after you're eating, for your metabolism, but also your hormones and getting everything moving. Expose yourself to bright lights in the morning hours, so getting sunlight. So therefore, that's what I was saying about that plugging in that battery into the eyes in the morning. So we get that, then it allows the body, so that's that bright light, to actually then have the melatonin and the calming down at nighttime. And if you can't sleep, don't toss and turn and get shitty with yourself. Get up.
Don't watch TV though.
No.
Yeah.
you're not.
Walk around.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a cup of green tea, because when you see here, this is our lavender peace soft gels. So first of all, let's just have a look on the right hand side. So the ingredients has got our beautiful lavender essential oils. It's got L-theanine in it, which is from, L-theanine comes from green tea, supports stress relief, encourages mental calm and focus. It's interesting, because I know my mum, when anybody had anything stressful going on, she would say, come over and I'll make you a cup of tea. A cup of tea solves everything.
Yeah.
So, which is really lovely. So L-theanine, and then tart cherry, which is natural melatonin, so supporting those sleep cycles and rest. It's got lemon balm, passion flower for anxiety and calmness, and chamomile. So beautiful ingredients in these little soft gels. And you just take 30 to 60 minutes before bed, and you just feel that actually you feel the body starting to, it's like it's helping it wind down. And stressful evenings, if you've had a crazy busy day, so you can use them to rest and relax, and also great for taking away with you when you go traveling. And one of those masks, imagine those, one a mask on a plane, because the lights, people moving and lights and that on the plane, and you've got your lavender peace soft gels and sorted.
Absolutely.
So this is just a little bit more about them. I think I've probably covered everything like that in
Yeah, I
there.
think you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is me now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the lavender peace stick. So this actually has, it's like a roll-on, it looks like a deodorant, but it's not. You use it before bed, so it's really good. It's also got the added valerian essential oil in it. So this is really good for calming when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's good for before sleep. So you can roll it on the back of your neck, on the bottom of your feet. Some people like to, it's actually really beautiful on your skin. So if your skin's quite dry, you can actually rub it all over your face. It's actually really beautiful. But also great on your feet because it's actually good for your dry heels as well, even though it's going to help you sleep as well. So in here we've got lavender, hoewood, Roman chamomile, vetiver, and then alongside the new incredible valerian essential oil, which we'll talk about next. So this has been a game changer for so many people that are having trouble sleeping, for children, for adults. And there's just so many amazing stories I've heard about people falling asleep faster, which is what we like to hear. They actually, when they first launched this, they sold out of it within the first month, I think, because everyone just went crazy. They didn't have enough stock. They didn't think it was going to be that of a demand. So this is valerian, which is part of the sleep system. So this can be used aromatically, which means you can use it as in a diffuser. It's really beautiful. Paired with, we'll go on the next slide, we'll tell you some ones to pair with, but even like wild orange is really beautiful. It's great calming, so it's really calming. So you put your diffuser on half an hour before bed. So it's really grounding as well. Blends awesome with green mandarin, wild orange, lavender, and rosemary. So the plant valerian comes from Latin valere, meaning to be well. So, which makes sense when we were talking before about if we're getting sleep, on the flip side, our emotions are better, we are better overall well, so the oil of wellness. Valerian essential oil is steam distilled from valerian root, which is, Tracy, can you help me with this word?
Sesquiterpenes, yeah.
Oh.
And then, yeah.
What
was it again?
Sesquiterpenols. Yeah.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, known for their soothing property. So valerian is quite strong, this one. You only need 1 drop. So if you're using it with like wild orange or green mandarin or whatever, you could do a couple more of those because it is quite overpowering. But it's people are literally having really deep restorative sleep from this one. So here's some other blends you can use with it. Lavender Peace, which is a blend of lavender. It's got vetiver, cedarwood, and some other beautiful oils. Literally, this is what I use for my daughter. This knocks her out every night. So we'll never run out of this one. And then wild orange, that's really good for when you add it with like Lavender Peace. It actually just helps amplify and just makes it smell a little bit nicer too, because sometimes the florals can be a bit overpowering. But wild orange is also good for like feeling a bit anxious. And quite often when we go to sleep, especially children, that's going to help them not feel so anxious as well. And then we've got bergamot and cedarwood. So these are some other combinations you can use as well.
Katrina, I see you use Lavender Peace with your babies, which is really beautiful. And one of the essential oils that are in the Lavender Peace, I actually prefer Lavender Peace to lavender because lavender hikes me up. They say that 95% of people find lavender calming, 5% of people find it uplifting. So it's a bit like what Finnegan that used to give children, some children it would hype them up, some it would calm them down. But in the Lavender Peace, you've got vetiver, and vetiver is nature's natural sleep tranquilizer. And I've got a handout that I got years ago about the neuro protocol for Lavender Peace and vetiver, and those oils are great for anyone with likes of ADHD or sort of Asperger's and those types of different things. So yeah, just for grounding and calming the mind.
Here's just a couple of recipes of things you can do, like bath salts. So like talking about, things to wind down before bed. Having an Epsom salt bath is really good to help calm your nervous system. And here's just a recipe you can make this. It's so easy. You can get Epsom salts in the supermarket and Himalayan salt, and then you just got to add your essential oils. So you can use any of the blends we've talked about. There's like a linen spray you can spray on your pillow before bed, and use a bit of witch hazel. Which is like, or you could use rubbing alcohol, and just some water in a bottle, which is really cool. So is it my turn or your turn? I can't remember where we're up to.
Bedtime Bliss Bundle.
I was 21. Slide 21 was my next one.
Oh, that's you. Yeah.
Ah,
I
okay.
was going to keep
Yeah.
going, but yeah, you go.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the Bedtime Bliss bundle, which is still available, and it comes in a beautiful little box. So it's got your gorgeous lavender peace, so that calming, grounding, anxiety for mood, balance. So balance is a phenomenal essential oil. I've got I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a amazing video that Dr. Hill did where they took a petri dish and they took a slide of someone's feet, and they showed that all the cells were actually all stuck together and they weren't flowing. So that person had like lacking in oxygen, so therefore tired, so the body was struggling. So then they put balance on the bottoms of feet and then took the petri dish again, and within 30 seconds all those cells were like balloons jumping around, which was really amazing. So this is under live blood cells. I don't know if you've ever had one of those. I have, and it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating, to see the cells, and you can see the different cell shapes, or whether there's a virus or anything like that. So in the body, or inflammation, it shows up as well. So balance actually calmed and allowed the oxygen to flow, giving them oxygen throughout the day, therefore giving them energy. So I put that one on the bottoms of my feet every morning. Along then I do On Guard for wellness as well. So just make up a roller ball with it and have it ready sitting by where you before you put on your shoes. Cedarwood is a lovely one for stress. My niece got a toilet spray which she's made with cedarwood and wild orange and lemongrass that they actually love.
That's nice.
There's the vetiver that I was talking about, like nature's natural sleep tranquilizer. So great for mental focus and deeper sleep, irritability, etc. And the peace blend is so many stories about that. Some people, it's actually who suffer anxiety. This has been a game changer, and then you can just keep the wee rollerball in your pocket and put it on if you're starting to feel a little bit anxious or calming nervousness and things like that. I've actually I remember before I was diagnosed with MS, really quite a nervy type person, even driving on the road. If I had to drive on the open road, I remember sweaty palms and things like that. So worrying about being, because, when we did our driver's licenses, we would go and sit the written test at the age of 15, written test, and then go, if you pass that, you go out with the traffic cop. And if you pass the route that you'd been practicing and doing, then you got your driver's license. So boom, it just happened like that. So the day I got my driver's license, I went and taught my cousin, who was 6 months younger than me, how to drive, and she rolled my mum's car, and we were in our girls' high uniforms, so not a good look after school. But so nervous because we never actually practiced. We never went and drove on the open road. So, when you're teaching kids to drive, you need to take them out when it's windy, when it's wet, when it's busy, when there's lanes and other traffic and that as well. But we tend to think, oh, it's a nice fine day, I'll take you for that driving lesson.
My granddad taught me how to drive, and he took me straight up to Port Hills. At the hill start on those, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so tight up there. I know. I'm such a good driver now, so it paid off now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. And actually, I just want to add to balance there, Tracy, that people with little ones, I know there's people who have little kids here, really amazing for kids having tantrums. If they're having a tantrum, you literally just grab the balance and just put a swipe up the back of their neck. With Jethro, when he was, he used to have quite a few when he was 2. Not so much Dana, but yeah, and that was his oil. He actually knew when he was grumpy or he needed something to calm down, he'd go to the oil box and grab that one and just inhale it. We have it. He used to have a little bracelet. He'd put it on his the lava bracelet, and he'd just smell it when he was feeling.
Smell it. That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the mood management oil. So you can buy it as a collection. So it's a kit that you can buy. So it's got these beautiful oils in it. So as Kim was saying, balance with citrus bliss. It's what we call for monster juice for grumpy kids and feral husbands. So it's combined together. So you've got that beautiful invigorating blend, and then you've got the grounding one of the balance. So beautiful diffused together. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got Lavender Peace as well, which you can put with the balance. Then Adaptive, that was formulated. doTERRA's scientists said if you put, it's got magnolia, wild orange, spearmint, copaiba, amber, lavender in it. I think I've remembered them all, might be other. And so that they put that together at the time of COVID and lockdown because more people were actually dying of loneliness than they were of COVID because we were all stuck and couldn't go out and about. So this is a beautiful, it's like Prozac in a bottle. That's what I call it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've got mine.
Got yours. Mhm.
Yeah, I actually put it on before I talk
Yeah.
because the spearmint's good for confident speech. And
Yeah.
the lavender in it.
Hmm.
I think this is still you.
Is it still me? All right. Okay. So there's the wellness box that I talked about. These are New Zealand prices because I think well you are in Australia, Katrina. So hopefully you actually have your own wholesale customer shopping account.
Oh yeah, sorry, I
so
didn't think to put Aussie dollars in here. Whoops.
Yeah, so these are New Zealand wholesale prices.
Yeah.
So the kit at the moment, Australia and New Zealand have got 30% off that sleep bundle, which is in the middle there, $102. I've actually just bought that for my oldest son that I was talking about, had those rough years. He's going to be 38 this year, so and he's been going through a bit at the moment. So I'm giving him an eye mask and a new pillow that one of the girls on their team has told us for necks. If anyone actually gets headaches or migraines and that, these pillows are made here in Rangiora. So, and I'm giving him the sleep bundle as well. So I thought that's, it's going to be a sleep themed birthday
Oh,
for
what
him
a
in a
beautiful
couple of weeks.
gift.
Yeah.
You see the bathrobe and you're sorted. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need
I
a
know.
bathrobe.
Yeah. And then we've got the other kit there, which is the that price there is with the sleep bundle, isn't it, Kim? And then you've added the fractionated coconut oil to it and lavender peace.
Yeah, because if people aren't already a customer and they want to get started, it's a good place to start there because that will give you the free shipping and the 25% off our products for a whole year. But I find that you need the lavender piece. I think it just is a great addition to that kit, and the coconut oil for if you're putting it on your skin. Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course that's the mood kit along the bottom
Yeah.
that we just talked about.
And
So 3 actions. So assess your sleep. So actually become someone who starts noticing. It's a good idea to get a journal and write down what your sleep is actually like now. Because if you are wanting to adopt some beautiful protocols to support yourself to sleep better, we do these as well about metabolic health because that's a huge thing as well, and supporting your nutrition. So that's all, as I said, what you put in your car, your fuel, your oil, and your petrol, depends how well your car's going to run as well. So assess your sleep because if we don't write it down, what it's like, we actually tend to forget and think, if someone said, "Oh, how do you sleep?" or "How long did you sleep?" Oh my God, I can't remember. And choose one way to enhance your sleep hygiene. So whether that's having a cooler room, whether that's actually reading instead of getting on technology, whether you actually want to get a mask, even a little bean bag Laura put on my eyes last week when I went to sit round at her place, and just those little wheat bags, but don't heat it up, but over your eyes are quite good as well. Yeah. And just drop something new. Try to go, get up and go to bed at the same time every night. Incorporate products in your sleep that are going to actually help and track it and see how you're going.
Absolutely.
I'd love to know in the comments if there's anything that we've talked about that is actually thinking, oh my God, I'd love to try that. So
The other thing, yes, sorry, Trace, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You did.
Go. Finish.
Yeah.
Saying what you're saying. You lost your train of thought now, haven't you? I'm sorry.
We've got a habit of doing that to one another.
I thought you'd finished. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
And now I
Yeah.
forgot what I was saying. No, it's gone. I'm sorry. I am sorry. There was something important I was going to say too. That's right. It'll come back to me.
It will.
So now we just thought we'd have a little bit of fun. First of all, any questions you have, but we thought we might do a wee quiz. So we've got some giveaways to give you guys because we love giving free stuff. So actually, before we go on to that, I might just go to the next slide and you guys can grab this QR code because it'll give you a bit more about what we've talked about. You just scan that and that will just give you your, if you can't scan it, let me know and I can email it to you if it's too hard. But this is just going to give you a bit more information about what we've talked about. It's like a little wee booklet on how to use the oils and all the protocols, some of the protocols we talked about today. So let me know, has everyone done that? And I can stop the share because I can't see everyone with the
Yep, I've done it.
slides up. You're good. Okay,
Yep, all done.
sweet. Now I can see everyone. So first of all, any questions?
Mm.
Do I have any questions?
I love lavender
No,
pink
no.
is the favourite.
Not really.
No.
Okay.
Just one other thing I do for sleep. I don't do it every night, and I probably should, but I have a quick 10-minute sauna, and then diffuse all of my oils in there, and that actually sets me up really, really nicely to go to sleep. I tend to just close my eyes and I'm asleep before my head hits the pillow most nights when I've done that.
Beautiful.
Is that an infrared sauna?
No, I just have the steam sauna. It's just a wee
Right.
pop-up one.
Mhm.
But it's so nice because I've got the it is kind of like a diffuser in there that diffuses all the water into steam, and it actually amplifies all the oils that much. I can smell them. Whereas if I put them in just a normal wood one, I can still smell them, but I don't feel like I get the same benefit. I probably do, but I actually sleep a lot better when I can smell them. I don't know if that's just my mind working. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call olfactory fatigue. So, and our nose is actually designed to smell something and then block it off, so it can smell something else. So, a good idea, like a lot of people say, "Oh, I've got my diffuser, but I can't smell it anymore." But if you go outside for a bit and then come in, then I can smell it again. And then it'll block it off, which is really good. Our body is incredible design because what it's actually doing is because you don't want to smell the diffuser all the time and not smell that you've got something boiling dry on the range, so
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we thought we'd do a little quiz, but my one it's called the last person standing game. And I'm going to ask some questions, but I need your screen, your videos on. I'm not sure how I can do that when some of you can't.
Can you just do it can't they write in the chat or no?
Well, it's last person standing.
Oh,
So
right.
what they will do is ask a question. If it's not them, they turn their camera off.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So if
Or
it's
maybe
a
do
yes,
something.
yes, leave it on. If it's a no, turn it off. Okay. All right. Maybe we do it where you put a 3 in the chat. If it's a yes, don't answer it, it's no, and then we can add it up.
Can you explain that again, Trace? So
if they put a 3, if it's the answer is yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. If it's a no, don't put anything. And then we'll add up and we'll see whether it works or not. We'll add up for each person.
Okay.
Their score.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first question. Have you ever had a night where you were so tired, but your brain just wouldn't switch off? If yes, put a 3. That looks like it's everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Kiriana, you're on the scoring. Okay. Question 2. Do you wake up sometimes between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. and struggle to get back to sleep? Kelsey, twice.
She's got a baby. I wonder if that's why.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 3. Have you ever used essential oils to help with sleep or stress? Okay. Question number 4. Do you sometimes reach for your phone when you can't sleep?
Be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, God.
No judgment here. I do it. I know I shouldn't, but I do it.
Mhm.
I do it, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's only 3:30. Damn it.
And then
Yeah.
someone messages like, I can see you're up. I was like, damn it. Get off. What are you doing on the phone too? No.
Okay. Who puts their phone on airplane mode when they go to sleep, when they get into bed? If you put your phone on airplane mode when you get into bed.
I actually do that.
Well done.
I only ever do that if I'm having a nap during the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Good
never
girl.
used to though, but I do now.
Okay. I know. Number 6. Who would you love to wake up feeling rested instead of exhausted?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I said that at the same time you wrote that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry. I love it.
Okay. All right. So can we add those up for each person? So
we've all got 3s. Everyone.
I'm gonna ask one more question. I know I'll add these up, and then if there's a tie, I'll ask another question. So Kim, you're going to do one, aren't you?
The wheel.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll add up these.
Do you want me to do the wheel now?
Yep. So I can.
Okay. We're doing just a fun one where I'm just going to share the wheel of names. Can you guys see that?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm going to spin it, and one person is going to win something out of here. Okay.
Ooh.
Ready?
Oh, what are we going to win? No, just joking.
Oh, it depends who it is. No, I'm joking.
Oh, it's Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey!
Hey.
Congratulations.
Well
You have
done.
won. Which prize are we giving away for this one, Trace? This one. Balance.
Oh, lovely.
We'll give it balance.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this is coming your way. Coming in hot. Just throw it across the
Thank
fence.
you.
No.
Yeah. Nice.
Tracy's going to add up. Are you still adding up, love, or do you need
Yeah,
some
I am.
hands?
No, I am.
While she's doing that, has anyone got any questions or comments, or is anyone feeling overwhelmed? Like, I want to do all the things, but I can't do them because it's too many things to do. If you
Just
are,
registering, really.
hey,
Just registering it all, really. But
absolutely.
yeah,
Like,
lots of-
what I highly recommend with anything that you do that you're changing or trying to implement is just doing one thing. Just focus on one for like a week. So it may be, I'm not going to go on my phone an hour before bed or something like that. It could just be
Yeah.
one little thing, and then you can build on it. Because the thing is, if we try and do everything at once, then we'll be like, you know what, it's too hard and it's overwhelming, I'm not going to do it. And then we can almost go backwards the other way. So just one little thing you can change, you know, whether it would be reading before bed, or whether it would be, you know, putting your diffuser on, or putting some oils on your feet, or or having an
Yeah.
Epsom salt bath. Like, just think of one thing. And I'd love to hear what you're going to implement if you want to share it. And then I can hold you accountable. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
And if you want, I'm good at doing that. Kiriana.
Yes, she is very good at holding you accountable.
People what you say. No,
Name
no, I mean well, because
no.
I just want everyone to have wellness and be happy and have like the best night's sleep. Like, wouldn't the world be a better place if we were all just like that?
Rested, yes, probably.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sleep is so important. We don't actually realize how important it is until we get like some good night's sleep, and then we're like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing.
Yeah. You literally
Yeah.
like have superpowers almost.
You do.
We have a thing in our house where no one has phones in rooms. We charge it all out in the kitchen, so you don't hear the notifications or anything until you get up.
Perfect.
And you
I
can't
love
be
that.
tempted to just grab it in the middle of the night. You actually have to get out of bed to do it, so you're more inclined to either just roll over or grab a book or whatever rather than,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good idea. I should totally do that. Like, I have my phone on flight mode, but it's still there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I have
I
mine
don't
on flight
need
mode.
it
I
either.
never used to.
Yeah.
I never used to put it on flight mode in case children needed me, but if you put them as in case of emergency contact, even if your phone is in flight mode, apparently that'll still come through.
Ah,
Yeah, does it? You have to call it like three
times, I
times
think.
or something.
good.
Yeah. Because that was always the fear for me that I'm going to miss a phone call that's really important when my children
Yeah.
don't live in the same country. But now I know that if I've done that, then the phone it'll still ring if
Totally.
still on flight mode. So nobody else can contact me in those hours, just my family.